okay.
I went all the way to town today just to go buy potatoes.
Oh.
That's not on your diet.
No, Justin is home.
Oh.
And we did keto tacos yesterday.
Oh.
And, Mother Nature, so fuck the keto for right now.
Oh, okay. That's completely understandable.
I mean, the steak's going to be keto. That counts, right? That totally counts, by the way.
It totally counts.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we did keto tacos last night, and he bought the same kind of steaks that he did last week that I really liked.
What kind?
Oh, I don't know. They're a tenderloin something or other. He cooks them.
He cooks them. I like that.
Me too.
Hubby made me burgers on the grill today. It was delicious.
Oh, yeah, because you guys were going to do that yesterday, and it was going to be dark by the time.
Yeah. Because we kept getting...
Well, that's not the only reason I went to town. I went and got cupcake birthday presents, too. So.
Because it's Cupcake's birthday!
Yes. Because her favoriteest thing in the whole wide world is Stitch. So I got our little Stitch thing, a little statue, and you press this little button, and this thing pops out of his head, and it says something. I don't know. And
Stitch.
Then I got her a Stitch throw blanket. What the fuck?
I about fell behind the dryer. We both did.
Uh-oh. What fell behind the dryer?
The almost 300-pound man.
Tell him he doesn't fit.
You don't fit, Vixie said.
Tell him he doesn't fit
but
back
I was
there.
almost forcefully fit.
But he said, no, I don't, but I was almost forcefully fit.
Behind the dryer.
Behind the dryer.
Jeez.
So, last summer, the cats punctured a spot in the dryer hose.
Oh, yeah?
And so we fixed the hose, and then Justin took a cardboard box and shaped it over there so the cats would stop doing so. Well, that didn't work for Sushi for very long because he got stuck behind the dryer and fell through the box.
Oh.
And now Justin had to pull the dryer out, which is, it's actually elevated off of the ground. There's like a step up off of the ground. And, what?
It's a floating dryer.
It's a floating dryer. Whatever the fuck that means. But he had to go fix it. And he almost fell behind it.
Oh.
Ah, shit. Come here. I need you. Come here. Oh, that's a cramp. That's a cramp. Oh, don't bend that way. That hurts.
That sucks.
Yeah, a lot. So. It's been exciting around here.
I need a haircut.
I contemplated shaving my head today.
I almost tried to give myself a stack yesterday and decided I wasn't going to do it because I can't see what I'm doing and I would mess it up.
What's a stack?
A bob. It's just, it's instead of going straight up, it kind of goes outwards. You know how people have like the A-line cuts where it comes down from wherever into a point in the front.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the stack is how it poofs out in the back and then stacks down.
Mm.
Or it stacks up from the bottom.
Oh.
But then I thought,
go ahead.
Better not.
Most people who have an A-line have a stacked haircut.
And I like really dramatic stacks on top
of it. Oh, dude. When I do A-lines, I'm talking like up.
Yeah, I start at my crown.
I'm like, nope, up here.
Yeah, I'm like, get to my crown. Get to my crown. Almost to my forelock. Just take it up. And then you can do like, cure hairstyles and stuff. Tease the shit out of it and have wicked hair. Did I tell you about
I-
the woman who posted, or the girl? I shouldn't say woman because I think she might have been 18. She posted a picture of Depeche Mode's lead singer, whose name just fell out of my head. Anyways, a picture of him from back in the 90s. And she said, "Why can't I find a guy like this?" And he posted back, "Here I am." And she goes, "That's sick, old man." He goes, "What? That's a picture of me."
That's what she fucking gets.
Oh, jeez.
And he says, I'm literally the man in the picture.
I am literally the man in the picture.
Oh my god.
Well, and those of
Wow.
us who know who that is, except for some reason his name just fell out of my head, but I knew him as the lead singer of Depeche Mode the moment I saw him. We're like, yeah,
Wow.
because he's got to be at least 15 years older than me. At least.
Yeah.
So he is, but his hair still looks good.
Does
It's not, it's gray, but it looks really nice. I was like, oh, he held together well. He was kind, he was a girly boy because he was goth, but
Uh,
I was fairly impressed. Like, I'm always impressed with Goth Dad. Have you guys ever seen Goth Dad?
Oh, I love him.
He
no, I
always
have
impresses me. I'm
not.
like, dang, most men get to his age and like give it up. Not him.
No.
He was in the army, and he's a paramedic and a firefighter, and he's a goth and industrial goth lead singer of a band.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Wow.
I would love to have coffee with him one day. I bet we would have some stories to tell each other.
Yeah.
It would be fun.
I think
You want me to get
Justin-
off the table so you guys
No.
can do your makeup?
No.
I'm just sitting here going,
No.
oh,
No.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. Oh,
You sit
okay.
your butt right there.
You're part
Don't
of
you
the show.
move.
You are
Smack
part of
your
the show.
butt for that.
Smack your butt.
So you put makeup on your ears, Jerry?
Well,
If they're
if okay, like if I'm gonna wear,
exposed.
yeah, which they're not going to be, but I just know I had a white streak right where my sideburns would be,
Oh.
So she had a blend.
so I covered it up with my contour.
Oh, okay. I
now,
still
if
don't
I was
get
gonna
makeup,
wear-
I guess.
Like my earbuds, I would have put foundation and whatnot on my ears, just so it would have blended in with everything else. That's why,
Okay.
like when I did the contour down here around my chin, when you're filming or you're doing pictures, what that does is that hides the double chin.
Do that right there. And you
Oh.
put dark on there.
Yeah, you put dark there, so it hides it and shadows it
lifts
better.
it.
And it lifts
When the
rest
lighting
of your
comes
face.
in, it goes,
Mhm.
ba-da!
Mhm.
Oh.
And
We changed the
also,
shape of our bones.
I literally put foundation all the way down past my neckline.
When
Okay.
I'm
Depending on what shirt I'm
cosplaying, I
wearing.
put it down in between my boobs. But
Yeah. Depending
Because I
on
have
what I'm
scars,
wearing when
but-
I'm cosplaying, if I'm wearing a corset, I contour my boobs. And I will literally put foundation all the way over to my, if I'm wearing a corset that has sleeves or like a tank top, I'll pull the foundation all the way that way so it blends in better. It's just a filming thing, really.
Oh.
And when I do, like, I have one thing that's open all the way down to my belly button. So my side boobs and my upper tummy get a little bit of contour on that. They get in on
I
the
have a massive amount of striping on my stomach and stuff. I would never
Oh,
be
honey.
able to
Oh, honey. I
show
have
that
stretch
off.
marks clear up to here. Like, not that.
Yeah. Ugh. I
This is
wouldn't
what
want
you
to
use.
show.
Not that you can see them,
This
but
is
they're all
what
the
you
way
use.
across.
See, you can't even see hers.
Oh, you can in
lighting.
person,
Yeah.
though, because they're ready.
Yeah,
See.
but
person.
my point is with the lighting, you can't.
Right.
Right.
A lot of women are like, I can't show this. I'm like, dude, nobody can see it.
No, if we were in person, you'd be able to see it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
being on camera,
But this
you're not
isn't
going
a con.
to.
This
No.
is online.
I
I don't have to wear matching pants.
don't have to wear matching underwear.
I don't even have to wear shoes or socks.
I don't have to wear pants.
You know.
Speaking
It's
of
my
underwear,
prerogative.
no, just kidding.
Oh man, I thought that was going to get interesting.
They're white boy shorts. I call them my tidy whities.
I love little girly underwear.
You know, I told
That's
hubby
one
once
thing that's
that
girly about me.
the one thing for like one thing, I'm not one of those people who usually wants to lose weight. I just don't. I'm a little afraid of what I would be like if I was skinny. Because I have a lot of attitude and I think it would get really.
I've seen myself skinny.
I was skinny once.
I
for
choked
about
a bunch
year.
of cheeseburgers down just so I could not be skinny.
I tell you, I was a size 14 and that's as skinny as I got. But for me, it was very skinny. Like you could see my ribs and stuff.
The smallest I got was I was
Double
special
zero.
ordering. No, I was special ordering little girls' jeans in
Yeah.
a size 12.
My
having
friend
them
was
lengthened.
like that too, but she was your height
Wow.
too. She
I
still
was-
wears
my
little
waist
girl
was, like,
shoes.
this big
Yeah.
around, and
But I
was-
do stop at Walmart and I see like the underoos for adults,
I want them.
and I say to hubby, you know, for these, I would seriously consider losing weight because I want them.
Yes,
I want Superman on my butt.
I want Batman on my butt.
I think that is the coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
Or the really cool Batwoman bras and stuff. I love that shit.
Yeah.
I have this Marvel print cotton that I was going to make into a rockabilly dress.
Mhm.
I don't know what I did with it though. I can't find. I mean, I've had it for years, and I set it aside because I was really busy. Because you know I'm never busy.
Never.
And I don't know what I did with it.
Now you see how my eyelids are kind of hooded. Like, how would you put eyeliner on that? Or not eyeliner, but eyeshadow.
You put it. Yours are hardly hooded at all. Actually.
Yeah, you're barely hooded.
There. If you watch, there's tons of techniques.
Yes.
Like right now, I just took out a whole bunch of shadow out of this corner above that
Uh-huh.
line because I have a little bit of hooded eyes because I'm getting older.
Oh, I don't have hooded eyes, honey. I have what
You
are
have
called monolids.
You have monolids, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Drop
They're very similar to Asian eyelids, where if I put eyeliner on, you can't see it because my.
Have you ever tried that tape
Yep.
they use?
Yep.
Did it work?
You can't use color shadowed with it or colored shadow with it because it shows up.
Oh, I saw that.
That's why most of the time when you see women who do use the tape, they use neutral colors because it doesn't show up.
Huh. It's interesting.
Hmm.
But it's all about highlighting. Like, well, first of all, my eyeshadow is almost to my brow. I don't like going all the way to my brow because it closes it off. I like to have a highlight under my brow.
Mm-hmm.
But
My bedtime
is at 8. And so basically it's practice. But there are a lot of tutorials out there. And LC Mystic Canvas has some of the best tutorials on how to cut eyeshadow, which I think is one of the best ways to do it.
That's that's where I picked up
her
how
on
to cut mine.
TikTok.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she's a here.
And I will tell you this much. She's in the WhatsApp. Another thing that I do, if I'm not on TikTok and I'm on YouTube, I watch. People think I'm crazy. I watch drag queen videos.
No,
Makeup
I learned a
tutorials
lot
of
of stuff
drag
from
queens.
drag queens.
Yeah,
what to do and what not to do, actually.
because you're
Like,
looking at an individual who is trying to impersonate somebody of the opposite sex. So they quite literally sculpt their face with makeup to look more feminine.
Right.
So they have all these tricks and tips and blah blah blah, and like
Do not say blah blah blah.
blah blah blah. But definitely for me, drag queens, LC, there's so many techniques out there that you can do. And
I'm terrible at teaching makeup.
I'm terrible at teaching.
Well, one of the things for me is I'm kind of, what is it, fearless. I don't care. I just start throwing stuff on and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and that's just my personality. Sometimes I hate it. Not often though. Most of the time it's like, by the time I'm done, I like it.
Now, see, I shave my brows off and I draw them on, obviously, because my natural brows are actually like
A lot closer.
Where the top or where the bottom of these are is where my natural brows actually, that's the top of my natural brows.
Oh.
So if I was to let them grow out, I would still draw the bottom where the bottom line is. That would be the top of my brow.
Oh.
And because of the fact that my eyelids are the way that they are, I shave off I draw them on so that it gives the illusion of me having more eyelid.
Oh.
So I have more space to work with, basically. Like if you think about it as like painting a canvas,
yeah,
and you're only working in the middle. You put your negative space on the outside of the middle, so the middle looks. Actually, I'm wrong. You put the negative space on the outside, so the inside looks bigger.
Yeah, I understand.
And there is no wrong way, because makeup is an art form, so you do it however you want.
Yep.
There's no I mean, yes, there's brushes for things, but
and you know what? That's personal preference too.
That is very well personal,
because
you don't have to use specific brushes for specific techniques.
This brush is the brush that Elsie uses for almost all her stuff. I can only use this to blend with. I cannot apply with this brush. It drives me crazy. The brush is too long. I like a shorter one like this. A short, flat, rounded brush.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because that's what I prefer. Neither one of us are wrong.
No. Now, the one thing that I do get into arguments a lot about is people say that they're makeup artists. Now, the technical meaning behind a makeup artist is you are licensed to do so, which means you have a license in cosmetology.
When we were talking about that, you're either a licensed makeup artist or you're a non-licensed makeup artist.
You're either a makeup artist or you're a makeup enthusiast. The ones who are not licensed are enthusiasts.
I checked it out. I actually checked this out. If you're a licensed makeup artist, you have a license and you took the things. You are a makeup artist. It's like telling someone who paints that they're not an artist because they didn't get a master's degree in art.
Okay, that is true. That is true. She makes a good point.
If you are advertising and taking customers and saying that you are a makeup artist with no license, the state can come after you and fine you.
No, if you say you're a makeup artist with no license, they can't pay you. They can only tip you.
Then you can't call yourself a makeup artist.
Yes, you can. You're a non-licensed makeup artist. I looked it up because we had this talk before. You were talking about it before, and I was curious because that's how I learned it, because I used to do stuff for proms and stuff. I couldn't charge people for braiding their hair or doing their makeup, but they could tip me. So I double checked it because I got a little worried about that, actually. I'm like, oh my God, is that really doing something illegal?
Get out of here!
But and I think a lot of people don't put licensed like on their bios and stuff, which I think they should if they are. Dry.
I don't wanna.
See how that opened up? You see the difference between the two with the white?
Yeah.
This one's a lot more open than this one.
Yeah.
It's an optical illusion.
Yeah.
So is my waistline, but that's a whole other story.
Well, you know.
It was 66 degrees in my house. I was going to die.
Oh, wow. Oh, that would be great.
I think that's what the
66.
computer rooms are over at NASA. Hubby
Is
used
that
to
like
be
too
okay with
hot or
that.
too cold?
Too cold. I'm a desert
Oh.
rat.
Hubby used to not care that we didn't have AC because he worked in the computer rooms over at NASA.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was cold all
Mm.
day, you know. He gets home, it was
Mhm.
pretty comfy, you know. It's nighttime.
Nighttime, daytime.
Yeah, I went there too. I'm not crazy. Quit saying that.
I didn't say that.
The youngest child is being crazy. And he's like, "Are you crazy?"
Well, I mean, certifiably, yes, I am. There's paperwork to
I
prove
guess
it.
technically there's paperwork. I was tested, you know. Anyway, the point of my story is, what was I talking about?
NASA.
But when I got pregnant, two things had to happen. I said, before I get more pregnant, two things need to happen. First of all, the waterbed has to go. I love
See,
you.
and
but
I
it has
wanted
to
the
go.
waterbed when I was pregnant because then I could lay on my belly.
Nope, I had an inner tube. It was fine. I had a big old inner tube. And I said, and we have to have an air conditioning unit. If I don't have an air conditioning unit, I will kill you. There will be death. You will be dead.
So I got. Like, go ahead.
You said, sweetheart, what?
And I said, okay.
Okay. He said, okay. I love you. Okay.
See, and I got pregnant during the spring and was pregnant for most of the summer. And then when winter hit, I didn't care because I was hot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was pregnant. I was pregnant a little bit during the winter and then summer. And it was like record heat in Alaska. It was awful.
It was rainy season. We were camping and we got flooded.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, yay. Went to a friend's house that lived near the campsite because we were farther away from home than their house. Went there. It was so sweet. Middle of the night. They meet us at the door with hot soup.
Aww.
Wasn't that sweet? They meet us at the door with hot soup and warm towels and a bed all made up for us. Basically, I just rain and a flood and I'm cold. That's how I was when I was pregnant.
Oh, I was a raging hormone monster when I was pregnant. Nobody was safe.
Oh, and then I have to tell you the other thing that happened that night. He dropped.
Oh.
And all of a sudden, I could breathe and I was starving. I couldn't get more than this much in my gut at a time, you know, like a quarter cup of anything. And I was like, I guess I'm full. You know, I feel like I should
Hi,
eat
Polite.
Hello.
Hi, Polite.
And when my son, regardless of where he was up in my ribs and my lungs the whole time. Just the whole fucking time.
My daughter sat on my cervix.
Oh, wow.
I
That
had
must have been
a doctor from
uncomfortable.
India actually invert the table to try to get her to fall back. It didn't work. It just annoyed me. But his name was, oh shoot, now I can't remember. His name was the name of the Hindu goddess of birth, whose name I can't think of right now because my brain went blank. But I was like, when they said his name, I was like, so when we got home, I looked that up because I was like, I think that, because I said to hubby, I'm like, I think that's the Hindu goddess of birth. And he goes, no way. I'm like, yes, I think it is. We got home and yes, it was.
No.
Sure enough, I was right.
Yeah.
Go figure. I thought it was hilarious.
So are we all prepared for tonight?
Oh yeah, I love Rich.
Do we have like lots of questions for him and stuff?
Oh, Rich
No, we're
is
gonna
great.
put you on the spot. And we're
Yeah,
gonna
we're
let
gonna
you
make
take
him
care of
come
that.
up here and ask
We're
him
gonna let you
everything.
take care of all that for us. We're just gonna sit here and look pretty.
No, come on.
No, you need to come up though.
You'll really enjoy Rich. Like I had a blast with him the last time he was here.
Yeah,
Now, where
Rich
is he from?
He is a comic that hubby and I have been reading for years. A comic writer.
I mean, like, where is he from?
Oh, I think he's in Canada.
Or do I ask him that on the table?
He's up in Nova Scotia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's in Canada.
Oh, okay.
but you can ask him on the table too. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Excuse me.
Hi,
Cool.
Sushi.
It wouldn't be a table without sushi.
Or at least one of them. One of the fluffer nutters.
He wanted to come up
Right.
and just say hi, Mom.
I've never actually seen sushi. I've only heard about sushi.
One of these days, I'll post pictures in the.
They have their own TikTok.
Discord. Yeah, they have their own Discord. They have their own Discord. They have their own TikTok.
Oh.
They I'll put pictures of them.
She's like, I'll just put pictures up.
Yeah.
They're 2 black cats.
3.
Or 3 black cats. Sorry.
It's okay.
I knew that. I don't know why I said 2. Sushi and Wasabi are the most
Active.
interfering.
Oh, wasabi. That's the
Lucky
one.
is the fat boy
Wasabi.
who gives no fucks about nothing. He just fucking lays around and cries at you for food.
Who just cries at you for food?
Ducky.
Oh, Ducky. That's the one. I can never remember his name.
Oh, polite. Yeah. Well, it's not for everybody polite.
When I was pregnant
don't
with
worry
my
about
first kid, my hair was gorgeous. My skin was gorgeous. I lost weight and nobody yelled at me. And and I was just, it was nice. And I had my boy. The next pregnancy, my skin was terrible. My hair was terrible. I was sick. My girl child sucked all the pretty and bitchy out of me so she could have it all to herself. I tell you, it was miserable. And she sat on my cervix and made me bleed.
Yeah.
But once she got here, I was happy.
The girl child.
Yeah.
The girl
didn't
child.
have I had 1 day of morning sickness. The boy child, I had morning sickness for 9 months.
With the youngest, I probably had the most morning sickness, and it was hard to move sometimes. It got a little scary a couple times.
Well, the boy child was larger than the girl child. But the boy child was calmer for me.
All of mine moved around and like to put their foot or their hand out to show everyone they were there.
Oh, I used to love that. I used to grab, like when Lena would do that, I used to grab whatever she was pushing out. I'd grab it and I'd hold it. And she'd get so mad. And
mine would push so hard you could see their fingers in detail. And I was ow. 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 My oldest also had boxing matches with the cat, and my stomach was the boxing ring.
Oh.
The youngest tried to crawl out every time Dad talked.
I used to poke my belly and
Oh yeah,
all
that's what
that
I did for my
stuff.
oldest. I poked the belly to see if he'd poke back.
Yeah. And she'd get so mad sometimes when she was sleeping that she'd stretch and I'd be like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was an accident. I didn't mean to
No, it
wake you
wasn't.
up.
No, it wasn't.
Uh, yeah. But yeah, it's awful when they push on your bladder. Whoo boy.
A
Yeah.
pregnant woman will hurt you in Jesus' name and pray for you later.
Yes.
It's the truth.
You ladies look so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I just love when you guys do your makeup. So pretty.
There's no method to this. I'm just punching my face over and over again
You're punching your face over and over again.
with a brush. That's all I'm doing. Punching my eyeballs.
Aw. Now, do you switch brushes
Yes.
to go with like different colors?
Well, no, you can. Most
It
people do.
depends.
Yeah. Usually, like my base color, like the blue and the purple, I use the same brush on. But the glitter, I'm going in with a flatter brush, so it sticks more to the brush and then goes onto my face easier.
Oh,
And that's not true for everybody, by the way. It just depends on you personally. But I also use this one to blend a little bit of the purple and the blue together, so it didn't look so harsh. And then I took what I'm doing now is I'm taking glitter and punching my eyeballs with it, so it kind of hides the blend line.
When I use glitter, I have to use my fingers. I can never get a brush to do it.
do you still
So-
use a brush to put the little hearts on there?
I did. I just drew
I have a
them.
stamp for that.
I have a stamp too. I just didn't want to look for it.
Oh.
What it is you put 2 dots and then make a V. And then if you have to fill it in,
Oh.
that's how you make a little heart. Little
Oh.
trade secret there. And if you want to make a star, make a line, 2 lines, and then cross it like Hangman without the head.
Oh.
And that way, you can do it small. If you try to do it the other way, the way you usually draw them, line draw them, it's too much. It's too much makeup, and it'll get all funky.
Wonky.
Yeah. It'll just keep getting bigger, too. You won't be happy with it. It's like, nope, that's not what I wanted. Here, I'll show you all the brushes I used tonight.
Okay.
Because I picked out which ones I was going to use. These are all the brushes I used tonight.
Wow.
And they all need to be cleaned pretty badly.
Honey, I haven't cleaned mine since before I had COVID.
I cleaned mine before and after because,
So do you just wash them with
Veggies?
soap and
What?
water?
You want veggies?
I use soap
No.
and water, yeah.
It's up to you.
I
don't care.
like Dr. Oh, I forgot his name. It's
Bromers?
just Bromers, yeah. Dr. Bromers. I use the citrus as my favorite.
Oh.
Are you talking about to clean your brushes?
Yeah.
So I go to Walmart and I spend 98 cents on a detergent bar.
Yeah, Zote.
Mm-hmm. And I use warm water, and I also have a spinner. And when Vixie
that?
ever gets the chance to show it, I have this thing you
There's-
plug the tips of your makeup brushes in, and you dip it in water, and you put it in your soap, and then you put it on.
There's
a
one in
surface.
the box.
Yeah. You rub it on a different kind of like multiple different surfaces, and then you put it in this thing, hit this button, it spins it really super fast.
Super fast, buddy.
Fast
Awesome.
as fuck, boy. Um, and that cleans mine. And it cuts my drying time down too, because makeup brushes take a while to dry.
Mhm.
When I do it that way, it takes them about 18 hours from beginning to end. So I could literally wash them Tuesday night and they would be ready for me Wednesday afternoon.
Wow.
I do this. And they dry
Which
pretty
is
fast.
basically what my little spinny thing does, but super fast.
But super fast.
Cool.
Now, if you were to see me out in public, I wouldn't wear makeup as heavy as I do on screen, because typically when I wear it heavier, it's for filming purposes.
Uh-huh.
Usually, if I go to a public event, it's a very neutral shade of whatever, unless Justin just so happens to be home and we got to go to the store after I've done a makeup table. Then I will go to town full makeup.
I cosplay in public. I don't care.
Matter of fact, the last time I did, we ended up going to a restaurant and sitting down. We were at a steakhouse, and I was wearing a hoodie and a pair of jeans. And this guy, our waiter, was like, "Who did your makeup?" And I was like, "Oh, I did. I do a thing on YouTube 3 days a week with makeup." And he's like, "I really like it." I was like, "Well, here's the channel."
And that's when I
Aw.
said, Cherry needs a bracelet.
Yeah, Cherry got a bracelet, and Cherry put it down. Cherry's got to find it again.
Oh
I think
no.
I'm going to try the Papa one. It's supposed to open a website.
See, mine will take you. It'll take you to a profile, and then the profile has all of the links.
It's the same thing, only the Papa one is a little bit more expensive.
And it's also a lot more Android friendly than iPhone friendly, from what I remember you saying.
Yeah.
That's why I went with the link, because it was iPhone friendly. Not that there's anything wrong with Androids. I went from an Android to an iPhone, so don't come for me, people.
Don't come for me, people.
You don't want to see what happens when you do that.
Fuck around and find out.
Right.
So I'm building a road in Minecraft right now.
Oh.
I took the road up to Goats and
Goat's
turned
Forge?
off. Yeah, and turned off to the village over there, and did stairs down to the village and put a sky bridge right on top of the village. Took it out to 700 and turned.
On ours,
Okay.
I made a bridge that went directly through. It just went right through the village. And the funny thing is they haven't decorated since Halloween. They still have pumpkins and Halloween decorations up. Like, whatever. It's your village. Do what you want with it. I don't care.
Oh, it's probably an Aspen village. They always have pumpkins.
And there's spider webs.
Mm. Oh, if there's spider webs, then that's a abandoned village.
Yeah,
Do you
there's
see
nobody.
people there?
No,
Yeah, you can take everything from there.
I did. That's how I
Oh,
got
okay.
a brewing station.
I took everything from it. That's funny.
I thought whenever I find an abandoned village, I'm like, resources. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got grinding stones, and we got
Oh.
a brewing station, and however, I was
Like,
gonna
you need
say-
to come play with us on Don't Starve Together. We're getting good.
Okay,
Yeah.
I apologize for not being there Thursday. There were circumstances.
Well, I understand. Shay,
Hell
but
came
Polite-
faster than high water. Let's put it
It
that way.
all worked out.
It all worked out, but Polite has been gone longer than you, so I'm yelling at Polite right now.
Now if to address the brush situation, if I'm going to use the same brush over again, like my eyeshadow brushes, I typically wipe them on microfiber or something that has a texture to it to pull as much of that shadow out as I can before I use it to
called,
reapplicate.
Color change sponge
Daddy.
or cleaner sponge.
You can stop.
Oh.
It's
You better quit.
kind of coarse,
I'm not in the mood for your shit.
and if you brush you rub your brush across it, most of you can here. Let me see if I can do this without making a mess.
It's kind of like the same material that sponge daddies are
See
made
all
out of.
that?
Oh.
That's all fallout from her brushes from cleaning them.
Yep. So then usually I check on my hand first to make sure that it's actually good enough to use on the next color. And it's better to change from light colors too dark colors, not dark colors to light colors,
Don't do
Mhm.
what I do.
or high pigment. Don't do what Cherry does. She makes mud.
I'm that one that you have to tell think smarter, not harder. And I'm aware
Yeah.
of it.
Think smarter, not harder. This is the other thing you do with lidded eyes. You hold your eyebrows up like this.
Yes.
I'm so used to
I
it.
do that
Whenever
a lot.
I do it. Because for pictures, they always told me, make your eyebrows go up. So I do.
When I was talking to Cupcake earlier, I said, dude, I'm going to put the fucking McDonald's arches on my fucking face today.
McDonald's arches.
She thought I was joking. Do you see how high these bitches are? This was after I got out of the shower and put them on. And then I came on here and made them higher.
True story. I got my hentai, and they're called hentai. What are they called? What is it again? Henta Bakurugan. Son. I just love that it's hentai. I think that's hilarious. It's spelled different though.
Oh.
Yeah, Eliza and I made it to like day 25 the other day, something like that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, we've made it to 31.
We have
didn't
made
we?
it to 31. Yes.
But I made it to, because I came in late. I made it to like day 25 or day 26. But you made it to day 31.
Yeah. She came in late. I had already started a build, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I like people to come help me out after I build a base.
But here's the funny thing. When I play by myself, I die on day 3 every single time.
I never make it past day 4.
But when I play with Vixie,
Vixie takes care of you. That's why.
I
Vixie
can
says,
like,
"Don't do that.
Watch
You gotta
them,
eat
pat
something."
them, hold them,
Yeah.
boil, an
I
hour,
guess that's because it's called Don't
350.
Starve Together.
Unless you want to put them in the air fryer.
It is made for multiple people.
Yeah.
Soften it.
Yeah.
Gotta microwave it. I don't care.
There is a game called Don't Starve, and that's made for one person.
Yeah, you can get that for the Switch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
we were looking to see if people could get it on the Switch and cross-platform. And no, you cannot cross-platform because we got it for Doll on her PlayStation, and you cannot cross-platform with that game. So we play on Steam. So if you want to play with us, you got to get it on Steam.
Yeah.
And it's still on sale. In fact, a couple times it went down to $10. So if you keep your eye out.
Yeah, I got it when it was on
Single
sale.
or double?
I think I only paid like, I think I only paid $10 for mine.
I paid 15.
I want to say I paid like 11 for mine. And I was supposed to get an extra copy to give away, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet.
I think it's a ploy.
Oh.
You think it's a lie?
I do.
Shh, it's a lie coming from your mouth. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I don't know. But we did good until Deerclops came and destroyed our whole village.
Deerclops was just mean.
I mean,
we tried
not our
to kill
village,
him.
but our.
We tried to kill him. We really did. We set him on fire. But he's one of those bad guys. It's one swipe and you're dead.
Yeah, he just. So we came up with a plan.
Yeah.
So we're
burn him down.
Yeah.
Get him.
You set jelly bean on him?
Well, no, we get him to chase you, and we're lighting fires on the way, lighting trees on fire on the way.
Yeah.
We almost got rid of an tree guardian that way. We were so close, and then he killed the last one of us just before he died.
Yeah.
Oh man! I'm like, damn it. We're just keeping hubby up to date with what's going on. So I got a whole bunch of yarn, little pieces of yarn from Cherry. I thought when she said little pieces, I thought she meant like enough to make little centers of granny squares. Some of these are quite good sized pieces, but they're not full skeins. But I rewound a whole bunch of them because they unwound in the box. So I was sitting there rewinding them. As I put everything in the box for the shipping for the
usually if they get to
box.
about, like after I ball them, if they get to about right there, I'm like, yep, not using that anymore.
And the box I have, I'm going to have to upgrade my box because it's a little too small and I still haven't gotten everything from everybody yet. So, like, I'm not going to be able to squeeze anything else in here.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to have to go upgrade my box. And I've got to tag Cherry's Rabid that she donated. And I'm going to tag it with a cherry. I have a tag that's very similar to Cherry Bomb Pop.
I have leather
t-shirt.
tags that say homemade and have cherries on the ends of them. I should have sent you one of those.
That's okay. I'm going to make a card like your t-shirt. So. And then I'm going to put a card on the hat. I did a scrappy cappy with a crown, a pointed crown edging. Call it Princess Point edging, but it's all fall colors. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if we weren't honest women, some of the stuff that these businesses donated, some of this jewelry is
would never see the light of day.
absolutely gorgeous. I'm like, sometimes it sucks to have morals and ethics, man. I'm an honest woman. I can't just take it. But yeah, Mashika Creations sent us 4 necklaces that are just absolutely gorgeous.
And I made sure you can go back. I don't remember how far back. It was during the summer that I got the box.
Yeah.
And I showed all 4 of them. So there would be verification that they actually were going to make it to Vixie.
And there's three. I think there's 3 pairs of earrings from Kendra. I think. And a bracelet.
There's stuff from Disney Mama in there.
Yeah, she made a pretty crown, a fairy crown with lemons.
Oh.
It's very beautiful.
Oh.
And there's all kinds of stuff. Vampire teeth and Pennywise teeth.
We'll be fine.
And
potatoes.
There's
some
garlic butter in there.
specialty face wash cream stuff.
Delicious.
Wow.
A very expensive thing of mascara.
That I fucking hate that mascara, by the way.
So y'all might like it. Blue and black striped fingerless gloves like I wear. A pair just like this. Ears just like this. All kinds of stuff.
Aww.
It's at least $1,000, if not more, dollars worth of gear in there.
Wow.
So much fun. I'm so excited. We're getting so close.
I know.
Yeah.
We're like
500.
98 away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so exciting. I'm telling you. I think we might be even closer than that now.
The last I checked last night, it was 402.
There's 403 now.
Oh, well, 97?
That's debit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to float away.
404.
Oh, 96.
Oh. Yeah. I keep telling people to subscribe.
So do I. Come on, subscribe. You know you want to. You know you want to.
You want to hear me talk some shit?
I didn't know. We weren't sure what was going on the other day, and I said, Cherry, what do you want to do if we don't know what's going on? If we have to come up with a show, and we're going over different things. I said, well, we could just sit up and talk some shit for an hour.
Oh, that was
yeah,
yesterday.
let's do that. And I said, well, makeup table's kind of that anyway. So.
And we really didn't talk any shit yesterday. That's the thing. Like, I was like, I'm down for some shit talking. And Vixie's like, what do you think the makeup table is? And I was like, well, that's true. And then we got on there and didn't talk any shit whatsoever.
No, I told a lot of stories. I don't know why I was so mouthy last night, but I was. You guys got me telling stories and then I couldn't stop. You see, once you turn it on, I can't stop it. You put the quarters in the jukebox, you got to wait for the songs. Just the
So
way
did
it
you know that
works.
there are apps that you can control jukeboxes from now?
What?
I don't
Yeah.
believe in that black magic.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's apps that you can go to, you download them, and you can pick locations and you can buy songs off of the app. And there's a guy that rickrolled an entire restaurant for like an entire day.
When I went,
Butter?
the last time I went to a Waffle House
Okay.
was more than 20 years ago, like 25 years ago. We went in, it was like 3 or 4 in the morning. We had been traveling from Pennsylvania to Florida. I think we were in Georgia at that point. And I was so tired. And we went in, and it was the most surreal. It's like David Lynch filmed this episode of the Waffle House. We go in, there's a waitress sitting there smoking at the end of the counter. There's a cook cleaning the grill. There's a couple other people in there, and I don't know who it was who decided to grace us with Dolly Parton's rendition of Waffle House theme song on repeat over and over again. But if you look at the ham and eggs special upside down on the menu, it's a Waldorf goddess.
Wow.
You know that goddess with the big belly and the big boobs?
Yeah.
And like almost no head. That's what it looks like. And I said, I can never come to one of these places again. And I haven't. I haven't been back. I can't. This is just too weird. It was just too much for my delicate sensibility. I was wrecked, man. Oh, and then, of course, it was hot. It was the middle of the summer. It was hot as hell. And the engine kept overheating, so we had to turn on the heat in this Cadillac. You know, this 70s Cadillac, which my brother lovingly referred to as his hoopty mobile.
No.
Well, at least he didn't call it what they called that one in the fucking Kill Bill.
Yeah. And no, it wasn't that. And then and there are 3 of us in the front seat and 3 of us in the back seat. And it was just the weirdest trip. It was the weirdest trip. We're at one point in time, I don't know if we were in South Carolina or Georgia. We were in the middle of nowhere. And he's like, I have to go to the bathroom. So he pulls off this dirt road. We find a 2-pump gas station that looks like something the building looks like something out of Little House on the Prairie. Sammy!
Barking.
You just need attention, you furball. Just wants attention, mommy.
And the funny thing is I can hardly hear him because of these new earbuds. They're like noise canceling.
Oh yeah. That's nice. But
so you guys can hear
he
back.
He goes in and you come out, you see him with a key with a huge paddle thingy on it for behind, and he starts going behind. And then up pulls this truck with like 16 children in the back of it. All little boys and girls, all look like they're under the age of 17, all have white blonde hair and bright blue eyes, all
Children
wearing
of
white
the corn
blue jeans. I started freaking out. I seen this movie. It doesn't end well. Then all of a sudden, I hear my brother scream. My brother is 6'4", 6'5", something like that. And he's built like a brick wall, okay? He's huge. And he's a linebacker, you know? He's a all-star linebacker. He's huge. And he scares people just standing there. Big teddy bear, but he scares people just standing there. All of a sudden, I heard him scream like a little girl from behind this place. And he runs out from behind that place, throws the key at the door, does not go back in. He throws the key at the door, gets in the car, and takes off back to the highway. And we're like, what happened? He goes, we're not talking about it. That was a horror movie. I said, did you see the kids in the truck? He goes, what kids in the truck? He said, I had to go through spider webs to get to that bathroom. I'm freaking out about these kids.
Where'd Liza go?
And he's like, she got down because the dog was barking. Hopefully she comes back. Sammy needed some attention.
Okay, well, that's not gonna work. Hey.
I love this. Dolly Parton thing reminded me of a meme that showed Dolly in lingerie from Best Little Whorehouse in Texas with the comment, what the hell did Jolene have to offer? She was a redhead. That's the whole.
She
That's
was a
the
dirty
bit.
whore.
She was a dirty little whore.
What do you think? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes, no, maybe. What? Your eyes? I think you look beautiful.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm still trying to decide what I want to do with the lips.
I just did red. Basic.
Oh,
One of my standby reds.
Eh.
And I have blotted, so it almost doesn't even look like I did anything but maybe stain them. Because I'll eat it off anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. We're fixing to eat, so like.
I gotta eat something.
I'll do it before the show.
Did you see the backstage chef thing?
Yep. Rich thought he was going to be a half hour late. And then he realized the time difference.
Yeah.
And he's going to be a half hour early. I think it's funny.
Come on, White. Don't fail me now.
Maharan is my favorite for white. I have the clown white and I have the pressed white, and I love them both.
I need to. It literally got on the end of my freaking. It's okay, Liz. I was just worried. I thought maybe you were having technical difficulty. I just grabbed a white from Walmart because it was accessible.
Mm-hmm. I just haven't found ones that I like that are like actual white liners.
Right.
I haven't found one I like that gives me a true white.
Well, that's because Wet n Wild stopped making their color eyeliner.
I know.
Which pisses me off.
It's one of the good things they did have. I like their lipsticks for looks. They're reds. Yeah. But their off colors like blue and green, those don't ever work right. I need to get some good off-color lipsticks. So if anybody knows good brands, let me know. Stuff that isn't gonna I hate the stuff that doesn't set in the inside of your lip. Like blues and blacks and browns. And then I don't like, and I hate the stuff that's all waxy and then you try to put it on, it doesn't go on at all. There's like no color. It's like, dude, I bought this because I thought it was orange.
I spent $18 on this and it doesn't even work.
I spent 4 hours dyeing my hair the exact same color. What just happened here?
My girls are trying to fly out of their holder here because, you know.
Yeah, mine keeps sneaking peekies over here too. So. Oh, well. At least it's covered.
Keeping the shirt, putting the wig on.
I haven't decided if I'm putting a wig on yet or not. I'll know in like a half hour.
Oh, no, I've already decided on the wig. It's just placing it. I gotta fuck with it a little bit since I haven't worn it yet, really. So.
Now I have that song in my head, hubby. Jolene, 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 Jolene.
Yeah, dirty.
Jolene, please don't take my man.
Matter of fact,
because
there's
she
a
can.
trucker wife that I'm mutuals with on TikTok, and her husband's truck is named Jolene.
Too funny. Well, I'm set for now anyway.
Yeah,
I may or may not add a wig and jewelry. I haven't decided yet. So I hope we get to see everybody tonight. Creators Corner. Rich is a great. He's just really
He's
fun.
awesome.
And I'm really excited that he's coming back on the table. So we'll see you guys in about an hour.
In about an hour.
Have fun,
Bye,
play safe.
bye.
Bye. If I can push the button.